What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be breaking down my entire rare Funko Pop collection. This should be a fun one. Without any further ado, let's get it started. Here we go. Rare in the collecting space can mean a bunch of different things. It can be your older things that are harder to find or something that is pretty darn limited. And obviously I've got a good mix of both, but today we're going to be talking about the Funko Pops in my collection that actually have a piece count. So let's dive into the first set of limited piece count Pops. We'll start off with the Pops that are a part of Funko's brand new limited edition program, and we can start off on the bottom right here. So what makes these special is the stickers that are a little bit different. As you can see right there, they have the limited edition sticker. All of them, depending on like what their piece counts are going to be like different classifications. So as you can see, this Homer is an ultra limited to 5,000 pieces. I got this one on the Funko shop. This is a good mix of like different retailer exclusives, also mixed with, you know, Funko's website when they release some stuff. This one right here is the Metal Sonic 3.0 that's limited to 5,000 pieces. And this one was a GameStop exclusive. I actually got this one in hand and my store only got one. If I have any footage to share of me picking any of these up, I definitely will. But we also have Chaos, which this one was on Funko's website, also limited to, but not also, this is the lowest piece count one that I have, guys, to 1,200 pieces. You could only get this on Funko's website. Sold out very fast and I got very lucky. The 9,500 piece Miles G. Morales glow-in-the-dark toy temple exclusive. This was a great one as well. I was going to get this one in New York Comic-Con. Unfortunately, they didn't have it in stock, so they put it up on their website, and that's how I got this one. Moving right along, guys, we have Spider Cat, which was a Funko exclusive as well, limited to 5,000 pieces. And I did not get this one online. I had a friend of mine grab one of these for me at Funko HQ, and they had them for sale. So some of these limited pieces they actually have for sale at their stores. Next up, we have the 5,000 piece Eggplant Courage, which is a great one. I think I got this one at the Evasive Studios on their website. So if you guys want to check them out, they always have some great Funko Pops, but another awesome limited piece. And then this one I picked up recently, guys. I'm not a huge Batman fan, but this is Bruce Wayne and Ace, limited to 9,500 pieces. I'm going to be actually giving this one away. I'm planning on having a Cyber Monday auction, so I'll have all the details and everything so you guys can see. But essentially, this is going to be one of the things that I'm giving away. So these are all of the Funko limited piece Pops that I have a part of the new limited edition program. Let's dive into a lot of other categories because I definitely have some. All right, next up are my limited Pops that came from various conventions. There's actually one new limited piece Pop that I forgot to include in the last segment. This is the 9,500 piece Hot Topic exclusive SpongeBob with the #1 hat. If you've ever seen that episode, you would understand that reference, so I had to throw that one in here pretty quick.
Am I a pretty girl?
Oh, well, you're beautiful.
But yeah, most of these I got in person. A couple of these I bought online. So last year I was able to go to C2E2, which was in Chicago in 2024, and they had some limited pieces of the mascots. So we have Franny Funko and kind of like her, you know, flight attendant get up. First Officer Proto limited to 3,000 pieces, and also Freddy Funko in the pilot outfit limited to 3,000 pieces. This one I actually got, so they had New York Comic-Con. Well, that year they didn't have it because of COVID, but this ended up being at Emerald City Comic-Con in Seattle, so I got it there. 3,000 piece basketball Freddy Funko. Right up top right here, guys, I got this one in person last year at New York Comic-Con. Jolly Jacko limited to 1,000 pieces, signed by Gary V, who is like a big business mogul. He's the creator of V-Friends that you can see on the top right there. So that is an awesome piece in my collection. Kind of moving along with the theme of the other mascots, guys. This was at San Diego Comic-Con. All of these are well, they do have different piece counts. So this Mayor Freddy limited to 3,000 pieces, Pizzeria Proto limited to 1,500, and then a Roller Driving Franny also limited to 1,500. So those were at San Diego Comic-Con of 2024. Moving right along, guys. This one was also at New York Comic-Con, just like the Jolly Jacko, limited to 1,500 pieces. This is the Flocked Animal jamming out on the drums. This is a great one for sure. I got this one in person this year. This is the Tin Toy from Toy Story from WonderCon, and it's limited to 5,000 pieces. So definitely an awesome one. And then this one I bought a long time ago. I did not go to San Diego Comic-Con in 2017, but limited to 2,500 pieces, guys. We have the Happy Happy Joy Joy Ren and Stimpy, a classic for sure.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy.
So all awesome convention exclusives. Let's move on to the next set of pops. Here's me messing up once again. I guess I should have included these in the convention exclusives as well. All three of these I did not get at the convention, and we'll kind of go into those in a little bit, but right up top, guys, probably one of my favorite limited piece pops. We have the 3,500 piece Speedy Gonzalez. I got this one actually on the Funko shop back in the day. Very lucky to get that one, and included in that lucky streak right there, the 2,000 piece Daffy Duck, the super or stupor Daffy Duck right there. So both of these, this was a New York Comic Con exclusive. This one was a pop-up shop in 2017 at San Diego during Comic Con. So that was awesome. And this Pete Puma was a part of that as well. This one I ended up, I think, getting on a Whatnot auction or maybe even on eBay, but this one is also limited to 1,000 pieces. So that was included in the Comic-Con limited pieces. I just forgot to do them, but yeah, all sorts of Looney Tunes. Up next, I would consider these all pops that are limited piece ones before the limited piece programs that were on the Funko shop. Some of these were like holiday exclusives as well. So we'll start off with Marvin the Martian in his spaceship, or the rocket as it says on the box right there. Limited to 3,000 pieces. I think I bought this one at an event, so I wasn't lucky enough to get it on the Funko shop back in the day. And I think that's the case for most of these, minus maybe a couple of figures, but I got this one, I think, on Whatnot, the Fruit Brute limited to 2,500, and also the Yummy Mummy limited to 2,500. This was kind of back in the day when they had like surprise drops on the Funko shop and you had no idea what was coming up next. And sometimes they were limited. So those are pretty sweet. We have this one, which I don't think this was first advertised as a limited piece pop, but limited to 8,000 pieces. We have the Marley Brothers from the Muppets Christmas Carol. Definitely a good one for sure. I think, did that one come out last year? Maybe 2 years ago? Can't remember. It's not super old though. But we have the animal right here, guys. This is Flocked. This was a holiday exclusive as well. I can't remember which year it was, but limited to 4,000 pieces. And this is a part of a challenge series that I bought this for, so I didn't get this one back when this came out. Neither did I get this one when it released either. The 2,000 piece Tony the Tiger Flocked. Definitely a great one for sure. So a couple of Funko shop pieces before they started the limited edition stuff. Up next, guys, we have the baseball limited piece exclusives. I know, pretty random. You probably wouldn't expect baseball to have a bunch of limited piece ones, but a lot of these come from like giveaways during like various seasons and things like that. A couple of these are some exceptions here and there, but so this was given away at a Red Sox game right here. Pedro Martinez in the gray jersey, limited to a very random number. I don't know if you can see that very well, of 2827. I think I bought this one on eBay. I didn't attend the game. Some of these I actually did go to the game, but we have Webley right here in the Aqua Sox jersey. So this is limited to 5,000 pieces. I guess he's in the Frogs jersey, I should say. But this is the minor league baseball team that Funko, it's in the same city, Everett and everything like that. Funko is a sponsor of the field. So they do pop giveaways every now and then, which is kind of fun. This one I actually went to the game and I got this pop right here, limited to 1,000 pieces. The gray jersey, Mariner Moose. I got lucky enough. I actually walked around the baseball stadium, traded with some people and things like that. So that was a really fun experience. Freddie Freeman, not like the lowest piece count one, limited to 15,000 right there. And I think I bought that one on eBay or somebody sent that to me. I can't remember specifically, but these two are pretty cool, guys. We have the eBay player and Funko player, limited to 3,000 pieces. And I got this at an event that they held at Funko Hollywood that was like a big collab between eBay and Funko. And there was a whole lot of like baseball theming to it. So I got those from that party. 1,000 piece JP Crawford. I actually went to this game as well and got that pop too. And then we also have the 15,000 piece Ozzy Albies that was given away at a Braves game. So those are all my limited piece baseball pops. Up next are a bunch of Fun Days exclusives, whether they're online or in person. These were all from those various Fun Days events. And we can kind of go into this one. This is limited to 3,000 pieces. One of my favorites for sure. Freddie Funko as Danny Phantom. I love Danny Phantom. I love Nickelodeon. And I think this was from an online box, if I'm not mistaken, back in 2022. So a couple years ago. So that's a solid one for sure. Also an online one. I think I did this one as a trade, limited to 1,000 pieces. Marvin the Martian from the Looney Tunes, Freddie Funko as Marvin the Martian. So great one. I love Looney Tunes, so that is an awesome Freddy. This one I ended up trading with somebody. I can't remember who it was specifically. Limited to 3,000 pieces. This is Freddy Funko as Night of the Living Dummy from Goosebumps, an online Fun Days exclusive from this year, so that is definitely a great one. And then the rest of these I ended up getting in person right here. So we can start off with this one, Freddy Funko as Spooky Space Kook from the Camp Fun Days event in 2023, limited to 250 pieces, which there's some controversy behind that one because they mixed this one up with the in-person and box one as well. So I don't know. That's a whole other story, but this one I got in person as well. Freddy Ranger, limited to 3,200 pieces. Freddy Funko as Ted Lasso, limited to 850 pieces. I love that one for sure. Love me some Ted Lasso. Got this one in person as well. The Freddy Summertime, limited to only 500 pieces. That is definitely a very limited pop. And also S'mores Boy from Camp Fun Days, limited to 3,200. I've probably had more throughout the years, but I've traded some away, sold some, but these are the ones that are still in my collection from the various Fun Days events. Okay, here's me once again forgetting something to add into this video. We have the Gremlin, limited to 3,000 pieces. This should have been with the Funko Shop other ones that I showed off, but here it is. There's Gremlin right there. I think I actually got this one online too, so there you go. Before I move on to probably the inevitable set that you guys know that I'll have a lot of limited pieces for, we are gonna go with these three right here. We have the Snoop Dogg Pops. This one's limited to 15,000 in the purple Lakers jersey and also 5,000 in the yellow Lakers jersey. And I got these ones in person at the Snoop Dogg Doghouse event where they opened up like a Funko pop-up shop, and I actually did meet Snoop Dogg. So that was fun. There's some cool memories attached to these. And then this one I probably should have included in the last one. We have Freddy Funko as Shaggy, Blacklight, limited to 750 pieces, and I got this one in person at the event. So that is definitely one of my favorite Scooby-Doo Freddy Pops, or Scooby-Doo Pops in general. I think it's really fun. Now on to what everybody was probably assuming would be in this video, and you are 1000% correct. We're gonna start off with all of the NFT Freddys that I have in my collection, and all of these have limited piece counts. So we can go through these pretty quick because there's a lot of them. Starting off with Popposite Freddy, limited to 999. We have Aang Freddy, limited to 4,160. Freddy Funko as Beast Boy, 2,500. Freddy Funko as Neo, 2,000. Freddy Funko as Johnny, that might be one of my favorite ones from the Cartoon Network set, limited to 2,400. Freddy Funko as Fred Flintstone. I mean, I would say all of these are somewhat, my favorite, and that's why they're in my collection. I think they're great. This is another one that I think is pretty unique and pretty awesome. We have Freddy Funko as Dr. Frankenstein, limited to 1,800 pieces. Freddy Funko as Captain Cutler. I love that one. We also have Freddy Funko as a Zombie Gunslinger, limited to 1,900, and also limited to the same amount, Freddy Funko as Zombie Pirate. We have Freddy Funko with the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award and the green slime on his head, limited to 2,000. Freddy as Bugs Bunny, limited to 3,000. We also have Freddy as Eddie Munson from Stranger Things, limited to 3,600. Freddy Funko as Diggum Frog, limited to 3,000. This is the only one that I have in my collection so far that actually has the correct piece count, because all of these weren't like redeemed with the same number. It's kind of a long thing, but essentially this one is the only one that's like 100% correct. Freddy Funko as Finn with Jake right there. We limited to 1,271, so that's pretty sweet. Anyways, we got Freddy Funko as the Death Eater, limited to 3,000. Freddy Funko as Buddy the Elf, limited to 2,000. One of my other favorite ones because I love basketball and I love Space Jam Looney Tunes. We also have Freddy Funko as the Toon Squad player, limited to 2,300. Freddy Funko as Reptar, 2,700. Baby Freddy, 2,250. Freddy Funko from the April Fool's drop, limited to only 999. Freddy Funko Popeye, 3,198. We also have Freddy Funko from the Retro Toys line, 2,000. Freddy Funko as Space Ghost, limited to 3,000. Another one that I think is really cool too. Freddy Funko as Amazing Carlos, 2,000 pieces. And then the rest of these I think are 1,550 minus the last one. So Space Zombie Freddy, the Phantom Freddy, the Reaper Freddy, that thing is sick. And then the last one, limited to 999, sorry about that glare, is the Invisible Freddy. So tons of different Freddys, a part of the NFT set. Now, I think you guys know what's coming up next, the normal ones that aren't the NFT Freddies. When I just realized as I was putting these away, I forgot the Jack-o'-lantern Freddy, limited to 3,000 pieces. So there's all the limited rare Freddy Pops from the NFT line. Now on to the normal ones. And then the last of my limited Pops, guys, is going to be the rest of my Pop digital ones. And there is a lot of them, as you can see right here. But we'll start off at the very bottom. There's no rhyme. Well, there's kind of rhyme or reason to some of these. I mean, at least like as far as sets that they are a part of. But we have Big Boy Burger limited to 1,500, Bluto to 1,900. I love the Popeye Pops. Dino right there from the Flintstones, 1,800. Juan Calavera limited to 2,850. Also the same number is Carl. That's from the Fantastic Plastic line, both of those. From the April Fool's set, we have Chick limited to 1,400, 1,400 Burning Pack, 2,000 piece egg. I know, it's kind of random. It's kind of one of those if you know kind of situations. We also have Balloon Proto, which is a fun one, limited to 1,600 pieces. And then we get into a little bit of Looney Tunes right here, guys. So we have the Roadrunner, one of my favorite NFT sets. I think these turned out fantastic. 1635. Foghorn Leghorn right there, guys, 1635 as well. Yosemite Sam also to 1635. We'll kind of move back this way. We have the Space Jam line, which I think is really awesome. Buck Kiss right there, 2,000. Daffy Duck limited to 2,000. The 999 piece Swack Hammer with Nerd Lux right there, a great NFT pop for sure. We also have Lola Bunny as well from Space Jam to 2,000 piece, limited to 2,000 pieces. And then the buff Secret Stuff Bugs Bunny right there. That's a great one. These next ones are going to be a part of the Kellogg's cereal set. So we have Coco the Monkey, limited to 1640, Cornelius to 1640, Sugar Pops Pete to 1640, and Tony the Tiger Jr. Didn't even know that was a character, but it was one that I wanted because I love collecting the cereal pops, limited to 999. Moving right along, guys, more Nickelodeon right here, or actually this is the first of the Nickelodeon, but we have Professor Membrane from Invader Zim, Ed Big Head, limited to 1,800 pieces, Cynthia from the Rugrats, limited to 1,800. We'll get into some more Nickelodeon here in a second, but Universal Monsters, I think this is probably one of the best sets that they ever did. 1,600 piece Mummy, these are all glow in the dark too. Frankenstein, limited to 999, and the 1,600 piece Bride of Frankenstein. Such a great set, guys. I am so sad about the NFTs going away because they came out with such like cool pops for these, and hopefully with that new LE program, that's what they're replacing that with, because they had some really cool figures and molds for these. All right, moving right along to some random stuff. We have Hungry Hippos, Retro Toys, 1,550 right there. Leon from Elf, limited to 1,600. I don't know why I have this one, but I wanted it. I thought it was cool. We also have Eustace Bag right here, guys, from the Cartoon Network set. That was the grail of the set, limited to 999. Moving right along, guys, we got Proto as Scooby-Doo, limited to 2,300. Arnold Shortman, so we're getting into some more Nickelodeon, 1,550. Amber McLean from Danny Phantom, limited to 1,550. The Grail, 999 piece Superhero Tommy. Vlad Plasmius from Danny Phantom, limited to 1,550. Superhero Chucky, limited to 1,550. The Grail from the second Nickelodeon set, we have Rocco, limited to 999. Winslow at 1,800. This is random that I don't know why this one's over here, not in the other spot, but we have the Wile E. Coyote that's limited to 999. And then we have Scooby right here in the disguise. This is limited to 5,000 pieces. So one of the more higher piece ones out of all of these, but my arm is getting really tired because I'm holding this up pretty high. But the rest of these are going to be Scooby-Doo Pops, limited to 1,900. The Phantom Virus, Charlie the Robot. We also have the 999 piece Black Knight. Dang, that's a cool pop. I love the Monsters Pops, guys. I think they're so great. We also have the Ghost of Redbeard to 1,550. Snow Ghost to 1,550. We have the Headless Spectre, limited to 1,900. And then the Puppet Master, it's kind of hard to see because my lights are in the way, but he's there, I promise you. Also limited to 1,900. Holy cow, guys. That's all my rare limited piece pops. You'll have to let me know some of your favorites down below, but I think some of these might take the cake. I don't know about you guys, but the Pop Digital ones are just unmatched. Woo, that was a little bit of a doozy, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what is your favorite limited piece pop that you have in your collection, or if you don't have one, what is one that you'd like to add? Also, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching again. You guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind to one another, always promote positivity. I'll see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.